first we need to do that small calculation which shows us the total issue is 10 lakhs. The total issue is 10 lakhs less reserved or taken by issue to directors issue to directors is 1 lakh. And then the remaining 9 lakhs is basically issued to, or we call it public issue. Public issue is 9 lakhs. Okay, so we are only concerned with 9 lakhs. Now, this is not that rough note that I prepared. This is a part of the problem. Okay, we are not going to show for 10 lakhs, but we are only going to show for 9 lakhs. The statement is going to prepare for 9 lakhs. Now, out of 9 lakhs, we know that certain things have already been done. The public issue was 9 lakhs, or the issue underwritten was 9 lakhs. Out of 9 lakhs, marked applications were put this together 1,19,500. Just check that total. 1,19,500 plus 57,500 plus 10,500. 1,87,500 were the marked applications. And the unmarked applications, which included firm underwriting, unmarked / firm, was 7 lakhs. Okay, so basically the share that have not been taken up by anybody is 9 lakhs minus 8 lakhs 87,500, which comes to 12,500. So 12,500, we need to find out who's going to take up, which of the underwriters are going to take up 12,500. Okay, so we are going to prepare the statement to see how this 12,500 is going to be divided. So let's start with statement showing liability of the underwriter. Okay, we have the particulars. The underwriters are X, Y, and Z. There is gross, we start with gross liability. Now we are concerned with only 9 lakhs. Okay, we are concerned with only 9 lakhs. So 9 lakhs has to be divided in that ratio 65, 25, and 10. So if I just try to reduce it slightly, 65 all divided by 5, we will get 5 ones are, 5 threes are, 13 is 2, 5 fives are, and 5 twos are. I think that's correct. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15, 5 fives are 25, 5 twos are 10. So 9 lakhs has to be divided in this proportion. If we divide that 9 lakhs, we will get divide by 20, 45,000 into 13 is equal to 5,85,000. 5,85,000. Then 45,000 into 5, 2,25,000. And this will be 90,000. This 3 put together have to come to 9 lakhs. Okay. Then from this we minus the marked up. Another thing I forgot to decide, we need to decide under what we are solving, which case, since there's firm underwriting. So I'll take when benefit / credit of firm underwriting is not given to individual underwriters. Also, I've chosen this case because here we already know that firm underwriting is included in this marked application, unmarked application. So it becomes easier to minus. So I've chosen also because of that when benefit credit of firm underwriting is not given to individual underwriters. We minus the marked applications, less marked applications, less marked applications. We have 1,19,500. Then there is 57,500, 10,500. Bring this down, minus this. So that comes to 5,85,000 minus 1,19,500, which is 4,65,500. This side we have 2,25,000 minus 57,500, which is 167,500. And here we have 79,500. Okay. Then we minus the unmarked applications, less unmarked applications. Now, unmarked applications are already told to us 7 lakhs, and since we are solving under benefit not given, okay, we need to include the firm underwriting in the 7 lakhs, but the firm underwriting has already been included. This 7 lakhs, which is unmarked applications, are inclusive of the firm underwriting. So we don't have to divide that, we don't have to include it again. So we just have to divide 7 lakhs in that ratio 13:5:2. 7 lakhs divided in that ratio 13:5:2. So 7 lakhs divided by 20 into 13 comes to 4,55,000 here, into 5 comes to 1,75,000, and into 2 comes to 70,000. So now if we see this, 4,65,000 minus 55 will be 10,000 here. Here there will be a surplus. 1,75,000 minus 167,500 will give me a surplus of 7,500. And this, again, the liability comes down to 9,500. So now I need to allocate the surplus, less surplus of Y allocated to X and Z in the ratio of gross liability. That is, I have to divide 7,500 in the ratio of between X and Z will be 13:2. 13:2. So that comes to 6,500 for X. This becomes plus 7,500, and this becomes 1,000. Okay, so now we can check whether we are correct. This will become 5,500. Sorry, not 5,500. Okay, I think I got this wrong. This is 4,65,500. This is 10,500. Sorry, 10,500. So this will become 4,000, and this is nil, and this becomes 500. Sorry, this is 8,500. 8,500. So if we check our answer, we are correct. 4,000, 12,500 were shares not taken up by anybody. So 4,000 have to be taken up by X and 8,500 have to be taken up by Z. Y does not have to take up anything. So this we call as liability as per agreement. Liability as per agreement. Okay, and then to this we add firm underwriting. Just to know the total shares that each one has to take. So the firm underwriting of each one, 30,000 of X, Y is 20,000 and Z is 10,000. And then we have net liability. So it will come to 34,000. This comes to 20,000 and this comes to 18,000. Okay, so basically Y does not have to take up anything as per the agreement from the leftover. He only has to take up under firm underwriting. Any questions? Anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions? Okay, I will go on to the next statement. Next we have statement showing amount due to / due from underwriters. Statement showing amount due to / due from underwriters. Again, we start with particulars. So the first thing we start with is the number of shares to be subscribed by underwriters. Number of shares to be subscribed, it's this answer here. So 34,000, 20,000 and 18,500. 34,000, 20,000 and 18,500. So I close this because from here onwards it's in amounts. Then we say amount payable at the rate of rupees. Now we need to be a little careful. Now they've said here, joint stock company resolved to issue 10 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 1. Okay, so entire price of the share, issue price of the share is 11 rupees. And later on, they tell you the remaining shares were offered to the public, the entire amount being asked for with the applications. Even for the directors, they've said 1 lakh shares issue to the directors, the entire amount being received forthwith. So in the issue, the entire amount is being collected on application. So there is no allotment, there is no first call, second call, or final call. Entire amount is being collected on application. So here the entire amount will be 11 rupees. Okay, entire amount. It's not just 10 rupees, it's 10 plus 1 will be 11. So amount payable at rupees 11 per share on application. So if I multiply 11 with all that, I will get 34,000 into 11 gives me 3,74,000. By 20,000 into 11 will be 2,20,000 and 18,500 into 11 will be 2,03,500. From this I minus less amount paid on firm application at the rate of rupees 11 per share. We already know that the underwriters have paid on account of firm application, which happens right in the beginning. So if I multiply 11 with each one's firm application, here it will come to 11 into 30 will be 3,30,000. 11 into 20 will be 2,20,000 and 11 into 10 will be 1,10,000. Okay. So right now we have here 3 lakh 74 minus 3 lakh 30 will be 44,000. If you see, Y does not have to pay anything because Y actually does not have to take up any shares. It's only firm underwriting which he has already paid for. And in case of Z, it is 2 lakh 3,500 minus 1 lakh 10,000, which is 93,500. 93,500. So we call this balance balance payable by underwriters. Balance payable by underwriters. Then we next check what the company has to pay the underwriters. So I say less underwriting commission, less underwriting commission. We have X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. So we check the gross liability. The gross liability, always on the gross liability, 5,85,000 into rupees 11. Always the issue price, the entire issue price, not only what's calculated on collected on application, but the entire issue price. In some problems, I've taken it as 110, 120 because that's the entire issue price. Here, issue price is 11. Face value is 10. We always take 11 because that's what they're going to pay. Into the rate of commission is given to us for a commission of 2%. The rate of commission is given to us for a commission of 2%. In case of Y, it is 2,25,000. Yeah, 2,25,000 into rupees 11 into the rate of commission again 2%. And in case of Z, it is 90,000 into rupees 11 into 2%. So if I do this calculation, I will get for X it will be 5,85,000 into 11 into 2 divided by 100, which is 128,700. In case of Y, it will be 2,25,000, which is 49,500. And in case of Z, it is 90,000, 19,800. 19,800. Finally, we get the answer who has to pay whom. So in case of X, X has to pay the company 44,000. The company has to pay commission to X of 1,28,700. Finally, we need to check. So the company will have to pay X. That will be 128,700 minus 44,000, which will be 84,700. In case of Y, Y does not have to pay the company anything. Here it will be company has to pay X. Here also company has to pay X 49,500. Here the underwriter, that Z, will have to pay the company, and that will be 93,500 minus 19,800, which is 73. Then the underwriter will have to pay the company. So we have done with the statements, and the last thing that we have to do is the journal entries. So journal entries in the books of I think just company. So the books of the company, there is no name for the company. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now we need to be a little careful since we have the directors here. In yesterday's problem, we had promoters. The directors are also taking up a certain number of shares. Now, when it comes to the directors, we directly collect the money and we transfer it to the share capital account. We don't have bank account to application and then application to share capital. Directly bank account to equity share capital. And another thing that we need to be careful about in this problem is the premium. Okay, so I'm going to pass the first entry. This is going to be we have the particulars, debit and credit. Particulars, debit and credit. So the first entry is going to be bank account debit to share capital account. This is for the directors to share capital account, and we also have share premium. Okay, so share premium is always shown separately to share premium or securities premium account, whatever it is, anything is fine. Share capital account to share premium account. Now, how much are the directors paying? The directors are taking out 1 lakh shares at the rate of 11 per share. Okay, so how are we going to get these amounts? So here it's going to be 1 lakh shares into rupees 11. Okay, to share capital we will have 1 lakh shares into rupees 10. Share capital is always a face value and premium goes separately to the share premium account. Here again 1 lakh shares into rupees 1 into rupee 1 because the premium is 1. So I hope this is clear. This is for the directors. This entry is for the directors. So if I multiply this, it will be yeah, I think it is 11 lakhs. 1 lakh into 11 will be 11 lakhs. This will be 10 lakhs and this will be 1 lakh. Okay. We show the premium separately to in the share premium account. And I will say being issue of 1 lakh equity shares, 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupee 1 each to the directors, relatives, whatever they have mentioned there, to the directors and their relatives, associates and friends. To the directors, their relatives, associates and friends. You don't need to put this. If you want, you can write it. Associates and friends. Up to this is enough. Being issued of 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupee 1 each to the directors. That's enough. If you want, you can, that's just an extension. Okay. So this is the first entry for the first part, and now we start with the public issue. So the first entry would be receiving from the public bank account debit to share application account. Bank account debit to share application account. Now we need to see how many shares, how many applications have been received in total. I've even done the calculation here. Basically, it has been 7 lakhs, 7 lakhs, which is unmarked and firm, and the marked application. So the marked applications, I've already done the total here, which is 1,87,500. So it will be 1,87,500 plus 7 lakhs, which is inclusive of firm underwriting. That comes to 9,87,500 into rupees 11. Into rupees Okay, so this is the application money that is received. If I multiply 9,87,500 into rupees 11, I will get, sorry, not 9 lakhs, it is 8,87,500. 8,87,500 into 11 will give me 97,62,500. 97,62,500. 97,62,500. So I will say being application money received on 8,87,500, including firm underwriting, at the rate of rupees 11 per share. At the rate of rupees 11 per share. And then this we have to transfer to the share capital. So now we have to be a little careful. Share application account debit. I will leave 2 lines because that balance has to be done by the underwriters. To share capital account and to share, since there's premium, to share premium account. To share capital account and to share premium account. Now the total shares issued are 9 lakhs, correct, to the public. 1 lakh was to the directors. Out of 10 lakhs, 1 lakh was to the directors, 9 lakhs was for the public. So 1 lakh we have already shown here. Right now we are accounting for 9 lakhs. 1 lakh we've already shown, we are accounting for 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs into rupees 10, okay, and 9 lakhs into rupee 1. Same way in the share application, we already have right now 97,62,500. Okay, so we will have to see how much this comes to. 9 lakhs into rupees 10 will be 90 lakhs. And this would be 9 lakhs into 1 would be 9 lakhs. So this comes to 99 lakhs. Okay, right now we have just 97,62,500. Who's going to do this balance? Is the underwriter. So I think it's going to be X and Z. So X has to pay 44,000, Z has to pay 93,500. Or X's account debit, Z's account debit. So that comes to 44,093,500. 44,093,500. So if I do that calculation, I should get 99 lakhs actually, plus 44,000 plus 93,500. Yes. If I put this together, I will get 99 lakhs. Share premium always has to be shown separately. Okay, share premium always has to be shown separately. So X, so much has to come from X and so much has to come from Z. And then we see who has to pay, whom X and Z have to pay this. Then we see how much the company has to pay, and then finally we pass the remaining 3. First, before that, we have to show the underwriting commission. So underwriting commission account, debit to X's account, to Z's Y's account, and to Z's account. So underwriting commission is 128,700 of X, 128,700 of X. I forgot to write the narration here, sorry. Just write that. Being being share application money transferred to share capital account and share premium account, and the balance adjusted towards underwriters, and the balance adjusted towards underwriters. Okay, so we were doing this entry 128,700, 49,500, 49,500, and the last Z is 19,800. 19,800. So if I total this, it will come to 128,700 plus 49,500 plus 19,800 comes to 1,98,000. 1,98,000. Being underwriting commission payable recorded. Being underwriting commission payable recorded. And finally, we have to see who has to pay whom. So in case of X and Y, the company has to pay X and Y. Okay, but in case of Z, the company will be receiving. So we'll first show the payment. X is account debit. X is account debit. Y is account debit to bank. So the company has to pay X and Y. The company has to pay X 84,700 and Y 49,500. 84,700 and 49,500. And the total of this will come to 84,700 plus 49,500 comes to 1,34,200. So we say being amount paid to underwriters after adjusting underwriting commission. After adjusting underwriting commission. And in case of Z, the company will receive an amount of 73,200 because Z has to pay the company. So bank account debit to Z's account 73,200. I think I'll just check this calculation. It's 93 minus 19,800. Sorry, this is a slight mistake. It is 73,700, not 73,200. 73,700. Okay, so it's 73,700. 73,700 being amount received from underwriter after adjusting underwriting commission. Being amount received from underwriter after adjusting underwriting commission.